What is going on, AMG TV? We are in the building. Let me know how it looks and sounds in the chat. And I'm joined alongside, let me turn my music down so we can go ahead and hear the man from the Scoop podcast, my man Serp. Doing big things here in AMG. Just dropped a new episode on Monday night, I believe. And it was definitely worth the listen, Serp. For those that haven't checked it out yet, what do we want to tell them to look forward to in this new episode, this new drop here on Monday night, Scoop podcast on our YouTube channel?
Well, I mean, the new drop that we had involved, we're getting pretty close to the playoffs, so it's got a bit of the playoff picture, some of the star players on teams, and how they're doing this year as opposed to last year, and a couple of injuries, and just pretty much catches up on standings.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of this year, the New York Jets are continuing to ball. They are the reigning Super Bowl champions, AMG Season 1. But when you look at what's really changed offensively, obviously their running attack is not one of the top in the league. I believe they're actually dead last. But their defense has been phenomenal per usual. And also their receivers have kind of changed. Jamison Crowder leading the way, and it's proven to pay dividends for Sam Darnold, who had 56 touchdowns last year, leads the league. As we're going to see Drew Lock from the Denver Broncos find his way for a quick rush there for 11 yards. But talk us up a little bit about Sam Darnold and how impactful he's been on this offensive side of the ball, and kind of the transition back to Jamison Crowder as being the number one.
Well, Sam Darnold has been playing amazing all year. He's been leading pretty much the offensive leaders in the passing game for quite some time. And he's throwing he's got Jamison Crowder there, but they just brought in Jeff Smith out of Boston College, second-year man, and they got Mims. They've got a crazy, speedy team out there. And yeah, I mean, their run game is secondary, if not almost tertiary, really, it would seem. They use it once in a while, but, Ty Johnson not doing too much out there for him. So, yeah, look to Sam Darnold and Crowder and the rest of the receiving corps to do most of the work out there on offense.
Yeah, watch this middle of the field right here. This little crosser coming across, not there. He's just going to throw it away. That's going to be what we like to call intentional grounding. So right there, Serp, he's looking for this crosser to get across the field. Nothing's there. Drew Lock's got to find his way to get outside of the tackles. He doesn't do it. He ends up throwing the ball away from the pocket. That's not what you're going to get with Lamar Jackson. So when you see this happen with this team, those are just those mistakes you're going to get with a younger Drew Lock, not as experienced, not as poised in the pocket right there. That's just a costly situational issue there, 2nd and 23. Dropping back shotgun formation. Gets rid of a quick, dangerous throw. That's an INT, almost 34. Got hands of butter. Drew Lock kind of head on the swivel there. You see that? Run a little screen play and decides to go to his receiver. His receiver's ready for it, but great job defensively to get underneath that and keep, keep their head from being so distracted by that screen that they give up the weak side. It just doesn't happen with the New York Jets. That's why they're one of the best in the business on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they're really going to have to watch out for that defense, especially when trying for the seam.
Drew Lock, sack.
All right, guys, let us know how it looks and sounds in the chat. I just did a little mic check. Looks like it sounds good on my end. I know I had a little issues with the mic about a month ago, so I want to make sure it sounds good. Let me know, Gov, what does it sound like in the chat? Spongy. First punt, first possession for the Baltimore Ravens, not looking good. Great stick there by Johnson as he finds his way down to the 43. You try to flip the field with punts, right, sir? That's the idea. If I can somehow flip the field and put you on your heels by your end zone, but instead the New York Jets special teams comes up big.
Yeah, you're going to give the Jets that short of a field. It's not going to be a good day for the Ravens. They're going to have to really beef up on the defense here to keep them from scoring this 6.
Watch Butler here on this little post. Play action looking. Darnold, he's one of the best in the business, but when you're on your back, Yannick Ngakoue, that's the attack you're going to get from the Baltimore Ravens. Quick off the edge, and right there, you have to think if you're Sam Darnold, that 7-step drop back, you got to step up, climb the pocket right there a little slow.
He's going to have to be careful with Delvin Reed, the rookie, on the right tackle on that side. They're going up against Ngakoue. That's not going to be very good for them.
Is Ngakoue a mix between like Gronkowski and Ngakoue?
It's close. It's sort of a...
Get the horn on that one. Hashtag and Gronkway in the chat. Let's hear it. Imagine trading away Lamar, and that was a real suspect move there from the Baltimore Ravens ownership. They ship out Lamar Jackson. They bring in Drew Lock. They also get, Judy, the speedy wide receiver. But what do you think, sir? Could you give away a quarterback that talented?
I don't really think. I mean, if you're the Ravens, they haven't been doing bad with Locke, but I wouldn't get rid of Lamar Jackson for what they did. No.
Absolutely not. 4th and 13. Now, give us a little update on the Baltimore Ravens, where they're currently seated at in the AFC. Obviously, the New York Jets atop the AFC. What's the win-loss record we got for both of these teams coming into this game? This is AMG, franchise-focused New York Jets. We cover them throughout this entire cycle. We're going to be picking up the pace early and often in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we got the New York Jets at 12-2, so they're playing more of a relaxed game. They don't really need to win this. They're already in. But on the other hand, we've got the Ravens. The Ravens are 9-5, with the Browns at 10-5 and the Bengals at 10-5, just above them. So they've got to win this to stay in the race.
Yeah, you're talking about a traffic jam right there, and we've all seen it happen to many different teams throughout AMG into our early start into Madden, just AMG Season 2. But we've seen that traffic jam just kind of push people from thinking that they're pretty close and they're somewhat in the playoffs, and then they find themselves outside looking in.
Dobbins has actually had a pretty good game, a pretty good season, really, so they're going to have to want to watch out for him. He can break a few.
Yeah, give us his stats on the season there, J.K. Dobbins here for the New York Jets. For the Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens Dobbins. Let me get some of his stats up for you.
And up the middle to Dobbins, but puts the ball on the ground just when Serb's trying to give you a little love. The New York Jets fans right now feeling a little bit like McDonald's. Bop. They're loving it as the ball just finds its way right into the hands of who else? Number 20, Marcus May there for the New York Jets.
Dobbins, 136 attempts, 1,067 yards, and 8 touchdowns on a season with 3 fumbles and 16 broken tackles. Not bad.
4 fumbles as of that last possession. But, yeah, not a bad season for a guy that we don't talk about too much. Probably doesn't get enough recognition as being a number 1 halfback.
Ty Johnson, 121 yards, 668. 121 attempts, 668 yards for Ty Johnson for the Jets.
So back of the end zone looking for his man. I believe that was looking for Jamison Crowder on that slot there on the left side, and he had his man wide open and scoping. And that's what the New York Jets need to come down with the ball. And this is the lack of running attack here. Let's watch it, sir. Let's see if it hurts his team.
That would have been his 12th touchdown on the season.
And absolutely not into the end zone touchdown. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as Aaron Donald does what he does. And that's put touchdowns on the board. Touchdown, New York Jets, extra points up, and bueno, 7-0.
Yeah, playing relaxed as the Jets is going to be, it's just going to give them such a boost as opposed to the Ravens really having to press. And it looks like they are pressing a bit already early in the game.
That's just an easy touchdown, up 7-0. The Baltimore Ravens have to respond here. First possession they had to punt. Second possession that they had after forcing a New York Jets punt on their first possession. The halfback that Serp was trying to hype up just a little bit ends up putting the ball on the floor, on the field, if you will, and it's scooped up by the New York Jets, and they do a great job on the little 1-2 punch as Sam Darnold throws another touchdown. And if you're from the New York area, you probably hear that a lot. And if you're from the Baltimore area, you don't want to hear that too much more today. Here we go, shotgun formation for Drew Lock, adjusting at the line of scrimmage. Dobbins in the backfield, dropping back, looking and cooking. Got time, throws it underneath. Cashman did a phenomenal job taking away the intermediate route. And Marcus May, who scooped up a fumble earlier, he's looking good there. I'm going to show you on the screen how great linebacker was on that possession. Did you see it, sir? Just took away that middle of the field. You got a route coming intermediate. You got a drag coming underneath. Marcus May sitting about right here. Blake's probably sitting about right here, taking this away. They're going to give you underneath, and their whole defensive, MO is to come down and lay those big-time, heavy boomsticks on the offense and just kind of shrink the field rather than giving up those big plays, sir. Right there, throw to
Yeah,
Hollywood Brown doesn't pick up much.
Blake Cashman is really, really fast. That guy is really fast. He can cover a lot of ground in the receiving as a linebacker, or in the covering the receivers as a linebacker. And Dobbins was waiting for that Texas route. That would have been a good gain for Dobbins. But yeah, they did force him underneath.
And you get enough of those, and those open field tackling, I like to say, is what separates the top tier franchises and then kind of those middle tier franchises, because your ability not to give up those extra yards really comes in handy. And the New York Jets are the best in the business at it. Actually, their defense is actually modeled around giving up underneath and just playing the open field tackle game with their ability to kind of poke the ball free. We had the tight end breaking early, but instead goes down to Kindle. He's got a lot of speed. He's going to run by everybody. Oh, my gosh. Easy peasy. Number 11 puts 6 on the board, and the Ravens, pending this extra point, can tie the game. That is just a miscue. I thought I saw the tight end. Here's what I saw. I saw the tight end breaking open on that post right here. The tight end was about to break right when this drag was coming around. He took the drag, and he just found his way, just a little left-right action, a little east-west to go north. And it pays dividends for the Baltimore Ravens, as I just credited their open field tackling of the New York Jets. That was an F-grade performance there on that possession.
Yeah, that was a terrible. He was there. He could have made the play. He used his athleticism, ran right by him, and took it in for a big score for the Ravens.
The speed is what Spongy's saying in the chat. A lot of speed. Let's talk about the speed of that wide receiver core for the Baltimore Ravens. We're talking Judy, Hollywood Brown, and the rookie that we just saw use his quick feet. What do we got on speeds for those guys, for those three?
Oh, they're extremely fast. I know Brown's is about 98. That guy is just insane.
And Judy's right up there, I believe 97, 96 maybe. And then the rookie they got is 93, 94. Underneath the Mims. Yeah. Mims got a little bit of juice as well. Bad open field tackling there by Tavon Young. You got to be better than that. 3 for 4, 40 yards for Sam Darnold, who is the leading touchdown.
First down, Jets.
Well, he holds the record for single-season touchdowns at 56. We are only in AMG Season 2, but, man, does anybody do it better than Sam Darnold moving down the field?
Sam Darnold's insane. His touchdown to interception ratio is so far apart, and probably one of the best in the league as well, too. So when he's throwing that ball, it's going to someone.
Now, when you look at the New York Jets, you look at two things. The quarterback's ability to put 6 on the board and not turn the ball over, but also I look at the point differential between the offense and the defense right now, sir. 31 points per game is what the offense is putting up, and the defense is only allowing 16 points per game. That's a 15-point differential, which is almost double what they're allowing the defense to get. So, I mean, there's a lot of wiggle room for some missed opportunities for the New York Jets to still come away with wins.
Yeah, mistakes make the games, and if you have the ability to make a mistake or two and still have that many points differential, I mean, you're favored to win. And we had Kindle at 94 speed, Brown at 98, Duvernay at 93, and Jennings, their number 4, at 92. So it's a speedy team for the Ravens on wide receiver.
There we go. Jets dropping back, looking and cooking. Goes underneath, finds Ty Johnson. Sam Darnold continues to chip away at this defense. If you drop him back, he's going to take the underneath. Right? So if your defense is just sitting here off the snap, dropping back, he's going to have that option route where the halfback's just going to come sit right about here, make the catch, turn upfield. But if you're going to play aggressive and stay down and kind of play on your toes, he's going to find a crossing route or a corner route, and he's going to use the field against the defense. And right now, Sam Darnold's been absolutely successful. Nice dot right there, and that's an unfortunate.
Ooh,
Crowder would have been first down. Crowder's showing first down on the screen, but that's a massive
That is a drop.
How many drops on the year does Crowder have? He's their leading
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Over 1,000 yards this season, leading this team. You saw Denzel Mims, Smith. You thought those were the guys, but man, and he goes right to Mims right there.
Mims is amazing. The athleticism of that guy, and he's only been in the league 1 year. He's averaging 71.2 yards a game. He's got 8 touchdowns on the year, 1,000 yards.
And what was the drops on Jamison Crowder?
Not seeing the drops here.
You got to go to
Daddy leagues for that.
Daddy leagues, yeah, you got to get on. I'll check it out right now. I'm just curious to see. Nice run there to the left side. Ty Johnson gets him closer, almost inside the 10. It's going to be 2nd and 1 from the Baltimore Ravens 12-yard line. We've seen 2 punts this game, but a crucial fumble there at the start of the game on the 2nd possession for the Baltimore Ravens from their halfback Dobbins. And right now, the New York Jets are capitalizing on that, trying to put themselves up a touchdown here before half. Big hit, ball's on the ground, and you know, the football gods giveth and they taketh away, and right there, oh my gosh, Queen, he's a
There goes Queen.
48 the great. He's too fast, too quick, too physical, and he's too much as he's going to put 6 on the board, and that's what you call flipping the field, sir. Nice play there by 48, the young rookie making a play. Excuse me, 2nd-year play.
Absolutely. I was just looking at Patrick Queen, too, for the last couple run plays of the Jets and was saying, look, they better watch out running it up the middle. They better watch out running it up the middle. Now, he didn't make the fumble, but you see he grabbed that and took that for 6. Yeah, Patrick Queen has been playing amazing all season.
And this is the dominance of the Baltimore Ravens when they're able to have linebackers that play their position. No one's out there trying to be a hero. You got linebackers willing to get on the block to allow players to roam free and make those kind of plays as they force Ty Johnson back to the middle of the field. And peekaboo, guess who's there? Big time hit picked up by Queen, and now points are on the board, kind of makes up for that fumble early. And on the season, only 3 drops for Jamison Crowder, so only his 4th drop. 56 catches, 1,167 yards to go with his 11 touchdowns. And if they get Denzel Mims going, you could really look at Smith, Mims, Crowder all over 10 touchdowns and all over 1,000 yards. That'll be quite the feat. Great distribution for the New York Jets.
I absolutely see it. Mims is about 1,000 yards already now after what he's done this game. So, yeah, it's absolutely going to happen. Patrick Queen, boy, you got that 90 speed linebacker, middle linebacker, 77 zone. I mean, he's 6 foot, 220, 229. He's a defensive player.
Dangerous pass from Sam Darnold, but he's one of the best in the business. When he throws and he anticipates that man coverage and he's throwing his receiver open, the only way you're getting to one of his balls is if you're finding your hands on the wide receiver, and that was defensive pass interference of Sam Darnold getting the legacy treatment here. Super Bowl champion, first one in AMG, and now Ty Johnson getting trusted once again with the ball as we're about to hit the 2-minute warning here in the 2nd quarter. This is AMG franchise-focused New York Jets, following the New York Jets throughout this entire cycle. I hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast and enjoying the show. Sit back, relax, as we have a lot of football left in this game.
See the Jets getting their running game going. We've already got 6 attempts, which usually it's not that much already within the mid of the 2nd quarter. So if the Ravens don't start playing a little bit of aggressive football on defense, I think they're going to let these Jets get too comfortable. Even though they're down by 1 score, I don't think that really matters right now.
Do you think the running attack is just to keep the defense balanced, or do you think they're actually seeing something here that they can kind of chip away some nice gains by running the ball?
Well, I think they're trying to stay balanced. They want to become absolutely one-dimensional. But I think they might see something here and there. They've been having some good games. I mean, six rushes with, at about 5-6 yards, 7 yards a rush. So not bad.
An opportunity here to pick up a 3rd and long. Haven't seen it. Is going to go A. No, he goes RB. Nice throw. ... 82. Crowder. He's in his bag today. When you see this guy come across the field as they streak the tight end and then the inside slot on the right side, he's going to be pushed up to the line of scrimmage, and he does a great job running that in route and just kind of finding the open field, and Sam Darnold able to drop it in a bucket.
Yeah, they absolutely ate that cover 9 up. He's going to have to stay away from cover 2, cover 9s. The Jets they eat those like cereal.
What kind of cereal? What are we talking here?
I don't know, like maybe Golden Grams, something like that.
Oh, I had missed a corner back on the right side. I got some Golden Grams in my pantry right now, believe it or not. No cap. Right there, that was just kind of a forced pass. I think maybe just didn't really see, but over on this right side, he had a go route with Mims. Crowder's on this corner, and he breaks free. Maybe a little indecisive to throw it because he's thinking maybe the corner's sitting right here. Maybe he could click on and make a play, but it wasn't the case right there. It was a little bit of a risky throw. I don't like to see those inside the 30 from my New York Jets. Man coverage once again. Dangerous throw, and that's behind him. Great man coverage here for the Baltimore Ravens.
Really good coverage. Really good coverage. That could have been one, and that was man coverage too. If they would have broke and that when he wouldn't have had any help right there, that would have been 6.
Marcus Davenport out of UTSA and Yannick Ngakoue, former Jacksonville Jaguar, causing havoc on the edge here for Sam Darnold. He just has not looked comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah, the offensive line, especially on the right side, that rookie right tackle for the Jets is really just letting him right through. I mean, he's wasting Ngakoue. he's coming straight through. I mean, right off of the snap, he's already on him.
Yeah, just too much speed, too much footwork for the young rookie, but the Jets able to put 3 on the board, still leave 33 seconds versus this explosive and speedy Baltimore Ravens offense. We got to hope our defense can come up big here. We need some big plays. Where's Quinnen at? Where's Quinnen Williams? We need to see some dominating performance from him and see if he can make a big splash play here to close out this first half.
Yeah, it looks like they moved Quinnen Williams to the defensive tackle position, so he should be playing in the center there somewhere.
Yeah, he's going to have an opportunity to blow up some runs here, or even maybe even get to the quarterback if they run some type of contain outside.
Yeah, we've got the rookie Derek Patton on the left side. We've got John Franklin Myers on the right, and we've got Quinnen Williams playing defensive tackle along with Parsons, the other rookie. So the Jets are so young. Everybody, I mean, their entire team is there's nobody more than 3-4 years veterans.
What a match there by C.J. Mosley. Kind of found himself in no man's land. You're going to see this. He picks up that crosser coming across, which usually is pretty naked. But C.J. Mosley was kind of floating around here, and then he just kind of matches up with the wide receiver. And I understand that's a big gain, but that's a very heads-up play for C.J. Mosley, one of the best linebackers in the business here in all Madden game.
Yeah, the Ravens are getting a little bit older. I mean, they're going to have to do some stuff this offseason. They're playing really good football, and I believe that they have a really good chance of winning this game if they keep everything going the way it is. But they're gonna have to look at some positions coming up here as far as age.
Drew Lock 4 for 6, 99 yards and a touchdown, but it hasn't came too easy this game. A couple nice throws early, a couple throws underneath, but only able to put 1 touchdown on the board. The defense has a touchdown, scoop and score from Queen. 22 seconds left, 2nd and 10. How aggressive do you get here, sir?
You go for it. You get as aggressive as you can. You choke something, you spit on something, you do what you can do.
Let's see what happens here if the New York Jets defense can maybe find their hand in the cookie jar and come away with a cookie. That's what we need to see. Play action. No, it's handoff up the middle. I like the play call from the Ravens. They're going to call timeout, only burning 4 or 5 seconds off the game clock. Still 2 timeouts left at the 44. Looks like Baltimore could be threatening to get into field goal range. Now, if you're the New York Jets, do you soft coverage this, or do you get aggressive and send some heat?
I think I would still soft coverage it. I don't think I would go too heaty on it. I mean, if they give up 3, oh well, but don't give up the big one.
Locke getting outside of the pocket, looking and cooking. Doesn't want to make a mistake, and he just gets out of bounds. They save the 2 timeouts. Now you got to be thinking we're playing for a field goal here. So if I'm playing for a field goal, sir, what I'm looking on this side, I'm looking corners on the outside. That's what we need to see. See if these routes are going to break outside.
Yeah, I'd like to see some seams. I mean, he's got timeouts. Throw a seam, hit that timeout button as fast as you can.
Oh, nice throw. A little no-looker to the left side. Picks up. Does he hold on to the ball? Does not. Oh, that would have been a nice pickup there, Serp. I like to see Drew Lock get outside of the pocket. He's a little quicker than I remember. He gets outside the pocket, and he's got a deep little post crosser coming across the field. But instead, he just kind of no-looks it right back to the soft side underneath, and is just unable to hold on to the ball. 6 seconds
Yeah, I thought he was going to go deep on that.
You're hoping no penalties here if you're the New York Jets. Dropping back, goes to the right side. He's going to make the catch down to the 43. Wow, that was a nice play. Once again, the young fella, the rookie, making a phenomenal play. Kendall, both feet in, touches, get out of bounds. Very aware of how much time was left. And now they're going to attempt this with Justin Tucker, 60 yards here. What do you think?
Nice play, really nice play, but yeah, just not enough, and I don't think this is happening.
Justin Tucker, kick is up. Bueno, and just like that, he gave the name in Gronk way to the defensive end, changed his name, added a little bit more flair. Then he doubted Justin Tucker, and Justin Tucker says, hey, I can still kick it from deep. And right there, that was too easy peasy. Ravens going to half up 7. A little surprising here, sir. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little surprised at the score right now. I mean, the Ravens seem to got into a groove, and they're not messing around anymore. Beginning of the game, they were a little shaky, a little pressed, it seems, but they found a groove. The defense really is taking care of business on them, and I think they've got a really good chance to win this out. The Jets are going to have to get it together.
And this is a must-win game for the Ravens. We talked about it earlier with their losses. They're kind of in a traffic jam. If they lose this game, it might have them, instead of being on the inside looking out, they might be on the outside looking in. No crossing route to Mims. A lot of space. They're calling them NASA out there. 35-30 down to the 25-yard line. From the 25 to the 25, the Jets show that they can still stay alive. Clean pocket for Sam Darnold, even though he gets hit a little late. I'd like to see a flag on that. Tell me what you think on that watch back. I know you're slightly behind here as you watch Sam Darnold on that replay take a pretty nasty hit after he clearly released the ball.
Yeah, that was pretty rough, and they've been pressed the whole game on that side. But you can't man coverage against the Jets. You really not cover one. There's no way.
What a dot, and that's another touchdown for Sam Darnold. And just as we talked about the halftime lead, and the ruling on the field is upheld. That's just too much time in the pocket. That's called breaking a zone. When you get that much time, Serp, and you got these two guys on drags, a corner out here, you got one guy that forgets that, hey man, this guy might be seaming back to the pylon closest to me, and he just kind of leaves them open there. I mean, that's a huge mistake on the defensive side of the ball, but Baltimore's got to get back to getting pressure. What happened to the pressure? What do you think is going on different here? Got to attack those ends.
Well, I think they should have stayed with the cover threes and stuff that they were doing for the most part, and letting the line do the work and using a lot of the coverage in the outside. But they didn't do it. They went cover 2, cover 1, and then a cover 2 with that much field to go. I think they really messed up on the defensive calling towards the end there.
Yeah, and I think the safeties were asked to kind of help too much inside, which allowed those little fades from the slot corner routes to be so aggressive and making the defense have to completely shift, and then the weak side got naked wide open on that fade from the slot on the left side. So let's see if Baltimore has a little bit more in their tank to answer back. Dobbins nowhere to go. Nice tackle there by number 40.
The ball carrier.
That's Gort.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard.
Yeah, that was some good contain on that run play.
Guidry, rookie last year, number 40.
Guidry, I can make up something for him.
Yeah, he is definitely making plays throughout this entire cycle here for the New York Jets. Ravens, nice pass there. Holds onto the ball. Hollywood Brown jukes for no reason. Somehow still stays in bounds. Blake Cashman able to corral him up at the 44-yard line. Drew Lock, 6 for 9. Gronk probably likes that. Over 100 yards, and Marquise Brown, a.k.a. Hollywood Brown, 3 catches on the day, and he's looking good. That was a clutch catch and a great way to avoid the defense. Very elusive after the catch for number 15.
Yeah, I think they might start looking towards Marquise Brown's number first from now on with the catches that he's been making, and Locke actually isn't doing too bad statistically. That was just terrible.
Yeah, Huff able to get in the backfield, 47. Puts Drew Lock on his back as he just hurdles Dobbins blocking in the backfield right there. That was just a pathetic attempt. Look at this. He just gets over top of the halfback and finds himself in the backfield.
Yeah. Once the quarterback starts running backwards towards the other end zone, you know it's bad times.
2nd and 25. You got to be looking at one of these speedsters. Look, he's going to take underneath. Nice user there. Big time hit, but 13 hangs onto the ball. 7 of 10, buck 42, and a touchdown.
11 yards.
And Duvernay, 2nd catch of the day, maybe his biggest. That kind of takes them from a 3rd and no chance to now a 3rd and super long. Let's see if Drew Lock's got a little bit left in the tank here to beat this team. They're going to run a little screen to the outside. Blake Cashman's just too fast for that. Does he get past midfield? No, he does not. It's punt unit time.
Yeah, Cashman is just way too fast. He's way too fast for them screens.
Yeah, absolutely. You try to get outside. You know, it's usually that thing with linebackers when you get outside, when you have a halfback on that screen and he's kind of shoulder for shoulder, right? And the linebacker's inside. If it's even, I'm leaving. That's what you usually think. But with linebackers like Blake Cashman, It's not the case. He has a great pursuit, and he's super quick, agile, and can change directions. High agility player with a high motor, as you saw right there, just able to keep Baltimore from getting any substantial yards on that screen play. 1st and 10. Here we go. Handoff up the middle. Staying with the run, Ty Johnson, you talked about it earlier, Serp. This is the 32nd ranked rushing team per yards a game, and we're seeing somewhat of a consistency of running there on 1st down for the New York Jets.
Absolutely. They're doing more than they normally would. I mean, I don't think the Jets have even ran that much in any of the first halves, or even, well, we're almost in the halfway through the 3rd quarter, in any of the games previous until now. So they've run in a bit more than they normally would.
He's wide open here. Nice pass, Mims. Tons of space. Bad tackling. Oh, a little light on the feet. John Travolta-esque for all my 80s guys, 70s guys. I mean, that was just nimble feet for number 11, and he just cruises his way down to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that's some Saturday Night Fever on the field.
There we go. Saturday Night Fever on a Wednesday. Another crossing route for Crowder. He's going to pick it up. Oh, big-time play. Jamison Crowder turning into the 1st down monster that he's always been. You know, Sam Darnold's going to get in on this as well. Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I said that cover one. That cover one is just, they're going to keep, every time they go into man coverage, they get fried. I mean, I know they want to keep it, a little bit dynamic out there on defense, but they've got to stay away from that cover one because he just eats it up. It's like, it's not even cereal anymore. It's like ribs.
Oh, ribs. All right. You're just running crossers to the robber. You think you'd have some help, but if you don't get pressure up front, and Sam Darnold's allowed to kind of wait out that robber, because remember, he's got a crosser coming from the slot and then a dig coming across. Well, the robber's going to have to come home for that dig as well. So you're asking a lot out of your man coverage here. And he's going to show you how to run a screenplay here. Ty Johnson, upfield, falling forward. That's going to be close to a 1st down. Do they give it to him? Yes, they do. Once again, the Jets are on the move.
Yeah, and with them screens, see, that's what was the difference between the Ravens screen and the Jets screen. The Jets, he ran back and waited and made sure he got as much people running towards him as he could before he let it go.
Handoff up the middle to Ty Johnson. He's not only been active on the ground, he's been able to be a factor in the backfield, catching the balls. Queen's going to make another tackle there. We saw him with a big scoop and score. It would be nice if you're a Ravens fan right now. You got to think, can we get another one of those super turnovers and get some points on the board?
Possible. I mean, they've got a good squad on the defense. It's not impossible.
You know, Gibbs just put in the chat, I just had Famous Dave's, and I thought, Wendy's? Touchdown right there, easy peasy. Let's go, Jets, Jets.
All they had was 2 safeties sitting in the middle of that field, spread as far out as they could go. What was everybody else doing on the Ravens? They got to get it together in the red zone. Tampa 2.
Big extra point coming up here. Kick is up. Bueno. 24-7, the New York Jets finally find themselves ahead as they went into half down 17-10 after a long 60-yard field goal from Justin Tucker. They came down, took the ball from the Ravens, scored. No, they came down, got the ball to start the half, scored. Took the ball from the Ravens, scored again. And now the Ravens have been shut out so far in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if the Jets defense can keep that pressure on Drew Lock.
I think the Ravens need to just kind of go back to basics. Stop trying to be so fancy with some of the plays. Just run with Dobbins, toss it when it's time, and you don't press. You've got 4 minutes left. You just got to score here.
Well, you got 5:57 left, sir.
5:57. When I say 4th quarter is what I meant. 5:57 left.
So he says don't pressure. Don't let the time come against you, but I'm going to give you about 2 minutes shaved off of what the actual time you have.
That's more than enough time anyway. That's more than enough time to walk down this field.
You got plenty of time here. Just even if you drive down here and get a field goal, you got to get that rhythm back defensively either way to win this game. And they were getting pressure early on. Certainly saw it against those tackles, that left tackle, right tackle, especially the right tackle rookie. Got to go back to that early on pressure that they had, and the Ravens just haven't been able to sustain that here into the second half.
Yeah, I think on defense they stay away from the cover one mans, and on offense they just try to change up just a little bit.
Drew Lock locked on. Duvernay, another clutch catch here for the Baltimore Ravens. This guy, 3 catches on the day, 2 of them have been absolutely one-on-one gimme that's. Nobody's open here. Locke takes a hit there from Cashman. Cashman a little dirty there on the outside. I mean, you're chasing down a quarterback that's obviously angling himself out of bounds, and then you see, you know, you're kind of running, trying to get outside, and Cashman's going to catch up to you, and he's going to low cut hit you there on the sideline. That's just a little bit of a dirty play between 2 teams, 2 rivalry teams in the AFC, both competing to be the AFC champion this season. And the Jets, obviously the front runners, but the Ravens are a formidable team along with the Denver Broncos. There's just a lot of talent here in the AFC.
There's a lot of talent in the AFC, especially in that division with that the Ravens are in.
Absolutely. Don't sleep on the Cincinnati Bengals, also playing really well.
Bengals, Browns, and Ravens are all, well, 10-5, 10-5 respectively, and in the Ravens right here, this is what's going to make them or break them. They're 9-5 right now. They're 1 game back, and they lose this one, and that's their playoffs are done.
3rd and 1, you try to get cute, and you end up running a read option keeper for Drew Lock, and nothing comes of it. Watch the tight end here. If he can get over the top and split Marcus May, maybe something inside. Nope, it's nothing open. He's in trouble. Dangerous throw. Should be deflected by the user. It is. Cashman almost gets the INT. 4th down, no success. Now that vaunted 4 minutes that Serp talked about 2 minutes ago, that's the time we're at. But this time you're on the defensive side of the ball, Serp. What do you think? Need a quick 3
You got to
up, 3
get
down?
aggressive. You got to get aggressive. You got to get aggressive. You got to stay away from that man coverage and spread that line. Just you got to make something happen.
Play action, getting aggressive once again. Nice pass. I like the route tree, route combination, but Jamison Crowder is the man. He's making it happen. He's the leading receiver on this team. He's having kind of a bounce back year. Wasn't used like a wide receiver 1 in the AMG season 1. Kind of fell into that 3rd spot. Right now, he's showing the rest of the league that, hey, I got a lot of tread left on these tires, and you're going to see a lot of number 82.
It almost really looks like they're double teaming, or they're IDing the mic, or they're doing or shifting right or something. But Ngakwe is not really getting in there anymore. It looks like they didn't even have that original right tackle on the Jets line even against him right there.
Yeah, once again, Jamison Crowder, 1st down on the board. Sam Darnold, another dotty dot for a 1st down. It's just been easy for the New York Jets in the 2nd half. They've scored 14, and they've shut out the Ravens, and that's where you wanted to get the pick. You hit him as he's throwing, and the big man, Sam I Am, can't get rid of the ball in time, and the ball kind of teeters up in the air. You like to see Queen maybe a little head on a swivel and come away with the turnover there. Nice tackle there by 55.
Yeah, I think so. I think the Jets are playing just kind of some regular ball, though. You know, I mean, they've got some regular passes, some good play action plays. They run it a little bit. The Ravens have been just getting too fancy and too, kind of 3rd string, 4th string plays that they've been doing on offense. I think they could really have 7 more points easily if they would have took back some of those kind of outside plays.
Yeah, a lot of the cover 1, they just left themselves a little too naked on the weak side of the field. And if the pressure up front doesn't come on those cover 1 robbers, and you got guys looking to attack in these deep shots crossing the field, you're going to get into some problems.
Absolutely. They got Joseph Black, the rookie, at free safety. So, I mean, he's got a little bit of athleticism on him, but he is nowhere near the guy you want to leave in a cover 2 out on an island covering that whole side of the field. I mean, they've got and Chuck Clark. The safeties for the Ravens aren't all that good. That was a miss right there. Oh boy. Well, that's it. I mean, that keeps it one score game.
Yeah, you missed the field goal. What happened? I kind of stepped away. I had to take a look.
Just missed it. Just missed the field goal.
Wow.
Jets blew it.
And then Drew Lock outside of the pocket, finding Mark Andrews for his 1st catch of the day. Let's see what they can come up here with 2 tight ends split to the left side. Man in motion, toss outside. He's taking Serp's advice, kind of put the ball off the tackle, kind of toss it outside. More stretches right there, only gains 1, but looks like he just needed a little bit more patience. Could have cut back upfield.
Yeah, just some regular plays. Just get some good, solid, good old passing plays, that just standard stuff, and use it. We don't need anything special here.
What would be a good old passing play?
Well, I mean, just some slants, some outs, some I mean, nothing with they've been doing some crazy stuff lately.
That was a play underneath Kendall. A lot of space, a lot of maneuvering after the catch. He's got agility, change the direction, and he can give it to you however you want it. He can cut inside, spin outside, give you a little hezzy. This guy's been absolute money at the end of the catch. Kendall, I would like to see a little bit more of him here on franchise-focused New York Jets, especially next season or maybe into the playoffs. Oh, that looked like it could have been a touchdown there for Dobbins, who put the ball on the ground earlier. He's still looking for redemption. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, them drags coming from the right side to the left all night so far for the Ravens have been big gains, so I would stick with it.
A couple guys asking in the chat, do the Ravens go for 2 if they score here?
Well, I would say I would because I'm not playing it, but I mean, I would not.
I would not either, but especially with the traffic jam and how important this game is, the Ravens have shown that if they do get pressure on Sam Darnold, he can make a mistake. We've already seen a missed field goal. Jets only have 1 timeout. I don't think I would even think of attempting to go for 2 if I do get in, but I got a feeling my Jets defense holds up here. I'm going to say that right now. I think Jets defense holds up. So touchdown incoming, right?
I think the Ravens score.
Oh, there we go. Into the end zone. Easy peasy. Shut up, Bomber.
There it is. That's a game.
Here it goes. 23-24. Here's the extra point. No fake. Justin Tucker's going to kick this up and right down.
The kick is good.
3
Central Park.
timeouts.
Big time. So you got a timeout for the Jets, 3 for the Ravens. This is where it can get really interesting.
I think you just play a bit aggressively as the Ravens and say, look, I mean, the Jets are they can get yards. They can get yards. There's no question about it. Even if you play smart, they can get some yards on you. So you might as well just throw it all in there and maybe a couple of stunt blitzes or something like that and see what you can do.
Here we
Watch
go.
the gaps.
Primetime music playing. It's a less than 2 minute drive. Buck 43 left. Sir would probably say, don't panic. You got 22 seconds. You'll be okay. Here we go. Shotgun formation. Sam Darnold in the backfield. Ty Johnson to his right. Blocking. Time. At his man on the left. Takes his man on the right. Smith gets out of bounds. I think the clock's going to keep on ticking here.
Well, if he would have went left, he'd have been gone.
Here we go. 24-24. Shout out to my man Kobe Bryant. Slam dunk giant. Outmatched the Kobe. Son, don't try it. Shotgun formation again. Ty Johnson in the backfield. Butler on the right side. Not there. Goes underneath. Low pass. Got the gas. Picks up 5. 2nd and 5 for Sam Darnold.
Low pass. And he does that a lot too. Low passes and the high passes. And I mean, he can really put it in a lot of tight spaces.
Still holding on to that timeout. Buck 08 left. Handoff up the middle. Nice defensive play there by Marcus Davenport, the UTSA Roadrunner. 3rd and 1. Big time 3rd down coming up. Do the Ravens burn their timeout here? No.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Ravens got to send it. Just send it.
I feel like he's going to go to Smith here on this drag. That's where he's breaking. Nope, he goes to the corner route, gets aggressive to Mims. He stays in bounds, got a lot of space. 10-5. The Jets into the end zone in just a second. Oh, baby, burn the time.
Oh, Lord.
No.
Oh, don't do him like that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Mims. Oh, man. Somebody get a pooper scooper.
You got to explain the pooper.
Well, he took a dump on him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Somebody's
wow.
got to pick the dump up.
Well, if it's on him, he can just probably carry it to the sideline.
Yeah, just keep it up, man. Wow.
Wow.
Mims is a monster. I mean, he's a monster. Even just his athletic, just his build is just dirty.
Dirty build.
Dirty build.
Mims, and it shows how confident Sam Darnold is with this wide receiver group, because right there, a lot of quarterbacks just looking, trying to pick up the 1st down. That was almost picked up by Blake Cashman. He's waiting on it. Drew Lock's trying to give it to him. 11-16. And a touchdown here from Drew Lock today, but we've seen a couple suspect throws and a couple maybe happy feet in the pocket where he ends up getting outside the pocket and just trying to hope he can make something happen. And that's what you want to do here if you're the New York Jets, is kind of flush him out of the pocket and get him on the run.
Yeah, you've got 3 timeouts. I mean, and you got 31 seconds, 30. So, I mean, you can hit some inside stuff.
Is that Mark Andrews again? Yes, it is. Number 89, feeling fine. 2 of the biggest catches of the day come in the last couple minutes, and he's got 2 of them. 2 for 59 yards as Drew Lock barely gets rid of that pass. Wow.
That was a pretty sexy play right there.
Underneath finds Dobbins. Let's see what the New York Jets defense comes out with as the Baltimore Ravens trying to spread them out here, I think.
I don't think you go with them short plays. I mean, hot route them. They're going to do you no good. They're just going to eat up clock.
Let's see if we can get the tight end here on another corner route. Yeah, I want him to go deep into the stands on this one. Nope, he's going to leave him in the block. Nice pass. Oh, slightly outside. Oh, man. I don't know if that's on Drew Lock's serve. That could be on the receiver. Take a better angle, a better approach. Why did you flatten your route out there when Drew Lock's leading you upfield, right?
I still would put that on Lock. I mean, he was wide. He had 5 yards between anybody around. Lock should have put that on him.
I'd like to see the receiver get up underneath that, because that was an open play, and that was a great play call there for the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the pressure's coming. Dropping back way too far, dangerous throw. That should probably do it. No, nice swat there. 9 seconds left from the 37. You still got 2 timeouts. Maybe a quick out route, burn a couple seconds, and get yourself into a position where you're a little closer. Then maybe something over the middle, get a little closer, and then maybe 1 second left for a play. And if it happens that way, I hate to say I told you so.
Yeah, if you go with the out route, you got 1 more play left. If you go with something deep to the end zone, you may still have 2 plays, but it's going to be rough.
Shooting from the 37, yeah.
Yeah.
See what happens here. There's an out over there. That's not going to be enough. 4 seconds. He's going to get a little closer down to the 28. Here's what I'm looking at on the 28. Yeah, I still have some more space if you're just talking about 1 more play. Here's what I want to see. Just some corner routes on both sides, and see if I can maybe even get, some kind of fork concept right here. And I want him to the pylon. I want him to the back pylon. I'm looking for that lazy corner from the tight end. See if I can just get some type of space between.
You got Marcus May over there on the right side. You got, yeah, it's rough.
Timeout, New York Jets. They didn't like what they saw. If I'm the Jets, I'm man coverage 3 deep right now. What about you, sir?
Yeah, I would be in some sort of prevent formation like that. There's really no need for them to be overly aggressive as far as trying to get the sack or trying to get a pick or anything. So, yeah, just throw a whole bunch of some cornerbacks back there and safeties and let them do what they do.
And great comments in the chat right now. They're saying that Lock is not that type of player to make this throw in this critical game, and that's where you're going to miss a guy like Lamar Jackson. I completely agree.
Yeah, Jackson would have had that.
That was just a terrible throw to end the game. That's an INT, and that's a big dub for our New York Jets. Jets, Jets. Gang Green in the building. The champs are back. We're going to see them a couple more times, I assume. Maybe a couple more here in AMG Season 2 for myself and Sir. If you guys enjoyed the programming, we'll see you next time here on Franchise Focus New York Jets.